Afternoon guys, welcome to another G.S.I Ghost Story. For this one we're going all the way back again to the 80s, more specifically 1980. I was 6 years old at the time and I still remember this like it was yesterday. Now the video which we put up not so long ago, which was the bedroom ghost, this is pre that, probably about 6 or 7 years. Now I was still sharing a bedroom with my brother, but at this time we had bunk beds. I had the bottom bunk and they used to be in the corner of the bedroom furthest away from the door. Now right above my brother's bed there was a 1 foot by 1 foot hatch into the attic. Not covered by anything, just a wooden board I think, which fit around the edge of the hatch just to make it snug. Now laying in bed one night there was like I don't know if tapping's the right word, but almost like there was sort of like a on the board from the opposite side, obviously coming from the attic. I didn't really pay any attention to the weather conditions or anything like that, see if there was any air coming through. 6 years old after all. Didn't think too much of it. Heard it 2 or 3 times in the night, went to sleep. This happened for about 4 or 5 times in a row in previous evenings, in subsequent evenings, and then it stopped for about a week. And then again laying in bed one night and the noise came back, and this time it was a little bit louder and a little bit longer. Usually there would either be one like rap or 2. This time there was 3 or 4, almost like something, if you imagine that this is the lid but we're in the attic looking down and it fits snugly, almost like something's doing that. It's like a scratching sound, trying to get the fingers underneath to lift it up, that sort of sound. That started to worry me a little bit. I mean, I was 6 years old. And anyway, this went on again for a couple of days, and then one weekend day we had some friends round, and there was Richard, who came round with his sister. Now Richard was the one in the bedroom ghost who turned the light on and saw the same thing that I did, and his sister was older than him by about 2 or 3 years I think, so she was almost like an adult. My mum and dad had gone out to the pub for the night. She was babysitting us, and I told her this story, but as a 6-year-old would, you know, so she was, well, let's go and see them. So we went to the bedroom. Something wrong about that night, about the house, don't know what it was. Maybe I was just scared because I was 6 years old, but anyway, we went into the room. Michelle, who was Richard's sister, she climbed up onto the top bunk. Now being an adult she could reach the hatch quite easily as well, but she was a little bit nervous I think, but she went to do it anyway. So what she did, she placed her hands on the underneath of the lid, that's probably something like that, and started to push. Now I was stood at the door because I was actually frightened at this time, but I could see that she'd lifted the lid up about that much, so you could see probably that much blackness around the edge of the lid, so you could see into the attic. You couldn't see anything, it was pitch dark, but that's what you could see. And then all of a sudden the lid slammed down on top of her. The only way I can describe how forceful it was, if you imagine someone's on the other side and they basically jump onto the lid, bang, and it slammed down so loud. She fell off the bed, so she hit the top bunk and then rolled off. She could have been seriously injured. I squealed and pegged it downstairs and stood in the corner by the front door waiting. If something's coming down that stairs, that door's open and I'm out. You know, self-preservation as a 6-year-old. Anyway, they all came running downstairs, and we all stood there like, oh my god, oh my god. Eventually after 10 minutes or so everyone started to calm down. Shall we go back up? Everyone was saying, like, no. As far as I'm aware, I'm 45 now, Not one single person has ever entered that attic, and the only time it was ever tried was then, and we got that reaction. Now, I cannot say for sure if it was wind related, that it had a vacuum and it pulled it down. The thing which makes me believe that it wasn't is the lid was up, so you could see about that much darkness, and surely as you start to break that seal, that's when you'd get your vacuum. If you've already pushed it up and you've got a seal that's created by about 2 inches all the way around, you wouldn't then get a vacuum of suction pulling that lid down by wind, like a wind, you know, like a flow through. So I would discount that. Whatever it was, I don't know, but it scared the life out of me. And I remember, like now, telling you this story, I can see it like it was yesterday. Me stood at the door, Michelle on the bed, lifting this lid up, and then bang, as it something or, you know, whatever, slam this lid back down. And yeah, I've never had the bottle to lift the lid up ever after that. I think in the night I did go back to sleep in the room, but only when my brother was in there with me. He had the top bunk, so he was nearest to it, only with the light on. And the next day my brother had covered it over with a poster, and I remember the poster. It was Shanghai Surprise starring Madonna and Sean Penn, and that didn't come off for years. It didn't come off for years. After that day, I don't think I ever recall hearing the rapping on the lid again either. Maybe it could have been wind and the poster had covered it over sufficiently to stop that, I don't know. But yeah, who knows. But yeah, there we go guys, that was the attic. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Thank you for everyone for your continued support so far. We're only 2 away from myself and Ralph having to do completely solar investigations, so soon I'll be putting a video up on the channel with the options for you guys to choose. There'll be 4 options for outdoors, 4 options for sort of like ruins, graveyards, churches, things like that. So not necessarily indoors, but more of like historic buildings. The top 2 on each side, sorry, the top 1 on each side, there'll be the investigations we've got to do, and then we'll let you guys choose which one of me or Ralph has to do either or either. Ralph's brilliant idea, and I've got to say I'm pepping it already, and we ain't even started. So yeah, our fate will be in your hands. But keep an eye out for that video coming soon guys. So again, like I say, appreciate all the support, can't thank everyone enough, and please everyone stay safe. So until next time.